Good evening. Welcome to the Master AI for Academics Masterclass. And I'm your host, Debaoni. And we'll be discussing the cheat codes for academic ease using artificial intelligence and hidden but shockingly easy techniques to monetize AI while on or off campus. This session will be very insightful, impactful, but we will not be wasting your time at all. So please be attentive. Get your pen and paper because if you've never heard anything about AI before, you're going to leave this session having a lot of knowledge. And even if you did know how to use it before, I assure you, you'll still leave here with a lot of knowledge. So you do not want to miss anything. As I like to say, learn everything. And everything that I've listed out here in the course outline is what I'll be teaching in, let's say, an hour to max. Let's just try to hit 60 minutes. And I promise you, I'm covering everything. So I'm not going to teach half and say, come and pay for the rest. No, I don't do that. If I'm telling you I'm going to teach everything, I'm going to teach everything. So let's dive right in. So what to expect? By the end of this masterclass, you would have mastered using artificial intelligence to simplify your school experience. And that means that you'll be able to learn any subject, research any topic, regardless of what level you are. Where in secondary school, university, you're doing a master's, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to research any topic, solve complex problems, break down concepts. And I like to call it with an AI teacher that never gets tired. That's one of the advantages you have now. Also, you'd have 3 shockingly easy strategies to monetize artificial intelligence. That means I'll also show you how you can make money with AI while on campus to support yourself financially and then secure a future income. So what we'll be covering today is number one, the alarming truth you need to know about AI in academics, mastering AI tools to simplify your toughest academic challenges, how to use AI responsibly without risking your academic integrity. I just need to confirm if we are live, okay? For a few seconds. Okay, great. We're moving. Yeah, how to use AI responsibly without risking your academic integrity. 3 hidden AI money making hacks any student can start today on and off campus. And then 2 bonuses, how to boost your grades with AI driven study techniques and AI as your study buddy, using AI for personalized learning plans. So, who am I? So, my name is Deba Oni. The full name is Osadeba Menfevo Oni, right? I am an AI educator, an author, a direct response copywriter, and a marketer. I've personally trained over 4,500 people to master and monetize AI in the last 2 years. I'm the founder of Deutschmark Capital and Deutschmark Academy. Our AI masterclasses have been studied by thousands of students, professionals, and business owners alike. But my actual online journey started in 2018. And yes, that is 5 years worth of experience and mistakes that I'll be saving you if you listen to me. So now diving right in, I said I'm not going to waste your time at all. So let's talk about the basics of artificial intelligence. What is AI and what is artificial intelligence? If this is your first time, even if you've been using that, you don't know what it is now, about to know what it is now. So the first time it was mentioned was in 1956, and the term artificial intelligence was first used by a computer scientist named John McCarthy, right? He used it when they had a conference in Dartmouth, and it was a famous workshop considered to be the founding event of AI as a field. Now that's a lot of big grammar, a lot of big English. So let's simplify what this thing is. So artificial intelligence, or AI for short, is like having a brain inside a computer. You following? It helps the computer understand data and think. What that means is data is in the sense that any form of input, like if you show it 20 pictures of a cat, it has the ability to understand what you're showing it and then think based on those things you're showing. But let's proceed. It has the ability to understand different forms of inputs as opposed to your normal computers or robots that can't help you outside of what they are programmed to do. So AI can learn what it was not taught and learn it so well that it can even teach you. Yeah. It uses machine learning to get smarter. So the more your machine learns, the better it gets at helping you. So as opposed to your, let me say, robot program to pick up trash from here and it drops it there. That's the only thing it can do. It can pick up trash from here and it can drop it there. That's the only thing it can do. But AI machines, it will learn to pick up trash, and if you see something that is not trash, it won't pick it up. Do you understand? So these machines are so smart that they learn from data. They can evolve. They can adapt. That's why they are so indispensable, because humans don't stay the same. Humans evolve. So imagine having a machine that evolves with you. Your needs have changed. It changes with you. It learns from the new things you're not interested in. Just like your TikTok algorithm, your TikTok page. If you stopped following football and you're not more interested in boxing, guess what? Your page starts to show you more of boxing. It's evolving with your interest over time. Do you understand? Same thing with your Instagram and your Facebook. All your feeds, they're all working on artificial intelligence. Do you understand? So moving on. So AI can generate text, write books, write essays, solve complex chemistry, can do your homework, can do your child's homework, can write and pass exams, can generate images of anything you can imagine, can do graphic design, can generate videos, can create websites. The list is endless. Think about it like this: anything humans can do repeatedly, like if you can teach a child something, then AI can learn it. If you can do something in front of someone again and again and again and again and again, that exact same way, AI can see those patterns and learn to do it. Think of anything online, AI can learn it, can do it, and probably better than you can. And now the funny thing here is the average student spends like 4 hours, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours doing assignments that can be completed with artificial intelligence under minutes when prompted correctly. And now we're gonna show you how you can save all that time just by learning how to use AI properly. Now, the alarming truth about AI in academics is this. First things first, is AI has been trained with literally all the knowledge on the internet. So I mentioned at the beginning that it's been in existence, or it's been thought about since 1956. But how come it's now that it's just really exploding? Let me explain why. So you see, AI needs data to work. It needs to have seen something repeatedly over and over and over and over and over for it to be able to do what it does. Because AI doesn't create, it permutates. If you remember permutation and combination in mathematics, it permutates. It takes all these samples and just mix and matches them to an infinite amount of ways, so you can use what's already existing to create billions of things. So there was not that much digital footprints available for AI to work with. That's why it was so dormant all these years. But in 2000, 2010, 2020, now that the internet is so large and so crazy and has billions and trillions of digital footprints, AI now has more than enough information to work. All the books online, it has read all of them. People have trained AI tools on these things. All the video scripts, every single thing, books, poetry, even your greatest artists, their works, AI has studied everything. So it literally knows everything, basically. And then it remembers information faster and can store more information than your brain can. Now tell me why you try to compete with that. You should not. But I'll tell you the sweet side very soon. It's faster and more efficient than you with extended work hours. It basically doesn't get tired, but you do. Do you understand? And it knows all topics more than you do. Also, it can teach you all topics. Finally, it's not a trend. It's not going anywhere. It's not something that just popped up and is going to die. It's not dying anytime soon. It's not even dying at all. It's part of our lives now. Just like the internet is part of our lives, and it's going to be there as long as you can think into the future. Same with artificial intelligence, because it makes the lives of people easier. Now, what's the bright side? Because it sounds like everything I've said so far is like a bad thing. It's not. Listen why. So you see, this is not the first time that machines are posing a threat. There was a time when humans were gatherers, they were farmers and hunters. That's all they liked and that's all they knew how to do. But then mechanization of agriculture began to happen and people were scared that they would lose their jobs, right? But eventually, if I ask you who wants to be a farmer, like a manual farmer right now, would you say yes? Obviously not. You no longer like those jobs, you no longer desire them. They are not like basically obsolete because machines can now do them. But 50 years ago, 100 years ago, was there anything like content creation? There was not, right? There are many jobs that exist today that didn't exist then. That's the way you should think about it. So these AI tools have come and it looks like they're going to take, but the funny thing is, they're going to take, but they're going to create more. So mundane and repetitive tasks will be taken over by these machines. And if all you know how to do is mundane and repetitive tasks, then you are heavily at risk. Now you need to understand that it's time to upgrade your mind and upgrade your knowledge to where the world will be going to. Here's how to think about it. In the next 10, 15 years, many things we do today will no longer be so desirable, but there will be newer things. Humans are being called to a higher realm of work. So it's your chance or your time to open up your mind to the possibilities of the future. So it's not a bad thing at all. Moving on. Now we're going to be looking at the tools I'll be talking about today. So I know you use your WhatsApp AI, but that's heavily basic, and you're missing out on a lot of firepower. So we're using ChatGPT, Claude. My three favorite chatbots I use are ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini, and I use all pro versions of these tools. But you do not need to use them if you do not have the financial capability to pay for them. It's not a problem at all. So to get us started on the practical side of today's session, I need you to, if you do not have a ChatGPT account, I'm not going to use Claude or Gemini here. Let's just stick to ChatGPT. So if you do not have a ChatGPT account, I'll need you to go to your, I already have one open, but just search for ChatGPT on your browser. Actually, the URL is chat.openai.com. Just do that. And I already have mine open, but let me see if I could do something here. I'm using random. Yes. So if you're doing it for the first time, it looks something like this. Open a. So I need you to create an account so you see here it has login, sign up. I need you to hit that button, sign up, so that you'll be able to use it. So you can decide to put in your email address, or you can decide to just do continue with Google, and that should be faster than for you. Sorry. And tap on your, then put in your password and all of that, and you should be in. So I'm not going to do that here. I can't remember the password of this email, but just do that and you should be in, right? So if you've done that, let's proceed. Great. So the tools we'll be using are ChatGPT. Then for those who, okay, let me show you what Claude is. Claude, another one is one of my favorite ones is Claude AI. And Claude is currently one of the most powerful AI tools at the moment. It's at par with GPT-4, the Pro version, but slightly edges it in some way somehow. So the same thing, just come to the website and hit continue with Google and just tap and then you put your password if it's asking you for a password, and you should be in. Same thing. And the final one is Gemini. Gemini is Google's own AI. Gemini is Google's own AI, and it's one of the easiest to use because it's tied to your Gmail account. So just sign in with your Gmail, ask for your password, put it, and you should be in. It's that simple. So moving on, I will show you what we use GPT-0 and Stealth Writer and then Atlas for later on. But now, what do you use these tools for, and how do you communicate with these tools? How do you use these tools for stuff, right? So with your normal computers, we use what we call commands, right? Commands. But with artificial intelligence, we use something called prompts. A prompt is slightly different from commands because you see the aim of AI companies is to make, they're still working heavily on it, and it's going to get crazier in the next 15 years, next first 15 years, next 3 years, 2 years, if not 1 year. So the idea is this: they call it NLP, natural language processing. They want to create a scenario where even with your basic layman English, you can literally tell artificial intelligence what you want, and it will be able to understand you perfectly in your English. No coding required, no complex jargons, just in your English. And where they're taking it to a place where even someone speaking Yoruba, someone speaking Pidgin can use that same language and get exactly what they want from artificial intelligence, and it's done via prompt. So what exactly is a prompt? Think of a prompt as a magic key that unlocks the abilities of an AI. It's a specific instruction, question, or statement that you give to an AI to tell exactly what you want to do. Most of you guys using WhatsApp AI, you want to get something. Let me say you want to ask for a question. The first thing you say is AI, what is this? AI, what is that? You just say it anyhow, basically. And I'm telling you, you're not touching 10% of the abilities of that AI. So now imagine you're giving a robot a special command. That's your prompt. It guides the AI to generate responses, solve problems, or perform tasks based on what you've asked. And there's a very simple formula. This formula is what we call the perfect prompt formula. And it's thus. So you start with context, and then you add specific information, then intent, and then you close with the response format, and that's what we call a perfect prompt. But take note, you need to be specific. I'll explain all this shortly. You need to be specific, state your intent, use correct spelling and grammar, although these tools tend to be able to correct you if you make a mistake. And then number 4, you want to direct the output from. I'll explain what I mean shortly. And then you ask follow-up questions in case you didn't get what you were saying correctly because it's still developing. As I said, it learns. If you use it for a long time, it starts to really understand your language and everything about you. Do you understand? Then number 6, you want to experiment with different phrasing, and then 7, prompt for fact checking. So what do all these things I just said? What do they mean? Let's explore that. So first of all, context. It means the setting. What is your current situation? So if we're using this for academics, let's use an example. So for context, let's say you're a 100 level student, or you're a 300 level student, or you're an SS2 student. You will start with I am a. You need to give the AI basis or a base to understand where you're coming from. Context. You need to give an understanding of where you're coming from so I can best help you. If you're a marketer or you're a doctor, I am a doctor. He knows how to respond to you. So someone asking about health advice who is not a doctor versus someone asking for health advice who's a doctor, the AI will respond differently because he knows that a doctor will understand these jargons and this language and a normal person would not. So you need to start with context. For example, I am a 100 level student. And number 2, specific information. It means what exactly do you want? What exactly do you want? An example of that is I'm trying to understand quadratic equations. So if I were to put the first two together, it would be I'm a 100 level student and I'm trying to understand quadratic equations. We're getting somewhere. The next thing you need to add is your intent. Right? You've given it context so it understands where you're coming from. You're giving specific information concerning what you want, and then your intent is something like this. I need you to teach me from scratch like I was 10 years old so I can fully understand it. What's that? Quadratic equations, right? And then your response format is how do you want it to present the response? And an example is this. Teach me, give me 5 examples, and give me 5 exercises to test my knowledge. So one of the biggest hacks I found with AI and academics is this. Never just ask for answers. Never just. People use AI to cheat. And in my opinion, that's the most foolish thing you can do. Because these tools have all the knowledge. So instead of cheating, you can literally just... It's like... I want to ask you a question. Having expo with you in an exam hall versus having your teacher or your professor with you, what do you think is better? It's obviously going to be a professor because now they're going to infuse you with so much knowledge as opposed to just getting nuggets for an exam. Do you understand? So having an AI tool with you is basically like having a professor beside you. It's two different things. So if you have to put all of these things together to create that prompt, it will be something like this. I am a 100 level student and I'm trying to understand quadratic equations. I need you to teach from scratch like I was 10 years old so I can fully understand it. Teach me, give me 5 examples and give me 5 exercises to test my knowledge. So I'm going to copy this. Oh, jeez. I can't copy it. I'm going to write it and let me write down so I can remember what it is. Let's take that chat GPT for a second. Which of them was I using? Great. So that prompt just now was I am a 100 level student. Now your intent. I am trying to understand quadratic equations. Specific information. Teach me like I was 10 years old so I can fully understand it. Then I said teach me give 5 examples and 5 exercises to test my knowledge. Now, without this knowledge, what would you have done? You'd have simply said, what is quadratic equation? And you just enter a cycle of doom. So the best way is to use this full framework so you can get the full knowledge or the full... Let me just send it so you see what happens. Now the AI responds. Alright, let's break down quadratic equations in a simple way, step by step. And you see begins to teach. I can tell you, if you study this thing from start to finish, you leave this place understanding it completely. And guess what? If you do not understand a step or you do not understand something, you can ask questions, as many questions as you like, and it will not get tired. It will not get angry and say, oh, good, they kill you, or say, yeah, stupid boy, you don't have sense. It will never say any of those things, right? Because it is a machine and it doesn't get tired. It's going to help you and help you and help you till you yourself are tired. And as I said, ask for exercises, right? See, after I've studied all these things, I can go try this exercise, and if I get it wrong, you tell me I got it wrong. If I get it right, you tell me I got it right. Do you understand? And that's my prompt one. Let's proceed to the next. Another example of a proper prompt is someone who's a parent, and the context is I'm a parent, and specific information here is I want to teach my child how to solve differentiation in calculus, but I can't seem to remember all the details. Now, do you understand where this is coming from, right? Now, the intent is, could you refresh my memory on the subject and re-explain it as though I was 10 so I can teach my child? This is a parent trying to re-understand differentiation in calculus so she can teach her child of an assignment or something. And then response format is break it into a step-by-step process, give examples and exercises at the end to test my knowledge. And now if I'm putting all of this together, I think I'll need to just copy this thing now. Yes, let me just copy it. Let me save myself stress. I'll continue here. Now this is another one. Pasting the entire thing. I'm a parent. I want to teach my child how to solve differentiation in calculus, but I can't seem to remember all the details. Could you refresh my memory on the subject and re-explain as though I was 10 so I can teach my child? Break it into a step-by-step process, give examples and exercises at the end to test my knowledge. And you send that. And I promise you get a much more elaborate response. One that you don't need to start sending multiple messages to teach you everything. Now you see it's beginning to, shall I say, from the beginning. What is differentiation? Blah 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 blah. What is a derivative? Explaining everything from start to finish. The power rule, everything, and then examples, special case, examples. It keeps going there, and then it gives you exercises to test your knowledge. Do you understand? So, and this will work for any topic, anything at all, because AI has all of this knowledge inside of his memory. Great. Now, another type of prompt you can use is what we call a personality prompt. It means giving AI a role to play. So you can also ask AI to take on a specific personality or role. And this type of prompt guides the AI to respond as if it were an expert or a character in a certain field. So basically, you can give it a role to play as an actor. You can give it a role to play as a movie script writer. You can give it a role to play as a mathematics professor. Anything at all. I said AI has been trained on all of this knowledge. You can give the role to play as a poet. So you can write poems for you. Do you understand? Literally nothing can do. So both academics, which is our focus here, can give it a role to play as a mathematics professor. And the scenario could be you are struggling to understand simultaneous equations. And if you were to put all of that together, your prompt would be something like this. You are a professor of mathematics. Or you can say, I'm not saying you should write it or. You are a professor of mathematics. Or you can also say, assume the role of a professor of mathematics and teach me simultaneous equations from the absolute basics. Do you understand? So when you use a prompt like this, AI takes up the role of a mathematics professor and will break things down as though it was one. So it's like priming the AI, putting it in a mode. I like to call it putting in a mode. You know when you like select mode in your Bluetooth speaker, Bluetooth mode, FM mode, blah 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 blah. So when it's in a particular mode, it performs that particular task more efficiently. So you can go try this one on your own and see what it gives you. I want to show you this one. So you just go there and practice this right now. Now, we're going deeper. We're going to do something now. We're going to cover a few things under mastering AI tools to simplify your toughest academic challenges. So first thing we're going to cover is how to use AI responsibly without risking academic integrity, and how to boost your grades with AI-driven study techniques. And AI as your study buddy, using AI for personalized learning plans. AI as your teacher that never gets tired and can explain things your way. And then finally, don't just ask for answers, ask questions. And then bonus two, I'm going to show you. I forgot that I've not talked about step writer, GPT-0 and all that. Atlas, right? Before I go to the monetization part, let me just cover some things here. So let me go back to my ChatGPT. So for those who write essays or poems or creative text, maybe even if it's a project work, anything at all, and you want to submit it, the thing is, professors or universities begin to frown at AI generated content, but there's a way to should I say bypass the checks. So if for example I was to, let me see, just using a random prompt, generate a 100-word essay on global warming, for example, let's say that was an assignment or something. Generate a 100-word essay on global warming. I didn't add any details. It's just a basic prompt. Basically, how most of you guys prompt. And this is the answer. If you just go submit this and your professor goes to, let me use this other guy. A professor goes to a website called GPT-0. He'll be able to detect easily that you used let me just log in instead, that you used AI to do this assignment, and they can fail you just because you did that, right? They can fail you just because you used artificial intelligence to get that assignment done. And I'm going to show you how this check works. So they will just literally copy the work you submitted, and they'll go to a website. Like, there are many of them, but this is one of the best ones, one of the strongest. But the ones that most universities even pay for is called Turnitin. Turnitin is by far the baddest of all, but this is also very good. So let's say they've pasted your answer here. That's what you submitted as your answer to the question that they asked you. Say write an essay. And guess what? See what GPT-0 says. We are highly confident this text was 100% AI generated. You are definitely failing this assignment. Definitely. But let's say you take that exact same text and you go to a website called Stealth Writer AI. Right? And before you submit it, you do something like this. I already have an account. Let me just sign in. So this website is called Stealth Writer. So for those who submit assignments and all that, let me show you something. So never submit directly AI generated content directly. Never do that, because you run into a lot of trouble. So go to Stealth Writer and go to the humanizer and just paste, and it's free. You don't need to even pay for anything. But your characters, I think you're restricted to like 300 words at a time. So just humanize the content. You can do like 3 times. So I've clicked on humanize 1. Just wait for it to do its job. And it has done it 1. So I want to do it again. 2. Great. Okay. Great. So let's copy this now and take it back to that GPT-0 and see what happens. If it's going to give us the exact same thing. So I'm going to paste it here now. And then I'm going to scan it again. Can you see? Can you see? Just by taking that same text and going to Stealth Writer AI and humanizing it. See the result now. We are moderately confident that this text is entirely human generated. If you did it more times, it would be 100%. And now there's no way your professor will see this and still fail you, right? But if you just submitted your raw work, guess what? They're getting a 0 because you cheated, basically. Sometimes, I don't know. But they really do not like AI generated work. So never submit your AI generated work just like that. Go and humanize it first before you submit. Whether using it for a project or using it for anything, humanize it first before you submit it. And they are free. These tools are free. So I'm going to talk very shortly on some these things here. So the thing is, as I said before, stop asking for just answers. Ask questions. Do not say what is 2 plus 2. Come and say teach me 2 plus 2. You want to create a situation where whenever you ask a question, you never have to ask that question again, because now you've learned it. It's 2 different things. Because AI is a much faster way to get answers than Google. Google, you ask for something, you have to search and search and scroll and scroll and scroll. With AI, is much different. You have your answers in one place immediately, right? So it's a different thing. But that's where most students get it wrong. You want to just get your answers and move. Meanwhile, there are others just like you that understand how powerful this tool is, and they ask questions, kind of questions that, just imagine you had your professor beside you when you're doing your assignments. What would you ask him? That's what you ask here. Kind of questions that will lead you to understanding that topic or that subject much deeper than ever. And then let's talk about a tool called Atlas for a second. Atlas is one crazy tool. So the website is atlas.org. Never forget it. Atlas.org. And I already have an account. So imagine you're doing it for the first time. You just go to atlas.org and create an account. It's free also. And it's one very crazy tool that will help you. And you can see supercharge your GPA Atlas AI studies your class materials to help you nail your homework and ace your test. Now you see all those your handouts that your professors give you. Yes, Atlas is going to help you do something very crazy with them. You can literally upload. So just sign in or sign up for free because I already have an account, right? So Atlas will literally take that your handout. Let's say GST 113 or a COS 103 or a CSC, whatever handout. Take it, upload it to Atlas, and it's like you training. No, I have an account with Atlas. I'm not getting this one. It's like you training an AI personally on. So when you sign into something like this, it's like you training an AI personally on your class, your course materials, right? Your course materials. So literally, you can upload a handout given to you by a lecturer. Let me see if it's just 113 or just 111, whatever. You can literally upload it and you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things with it. Number one, this Atlas can literally study that material and give you practice quizzes, like from the full, from how, I don't care how many pages, whether it's 100 pages or 50 pages, or it will study the entire thing and ask you questions. It can help you prepare for your test and your exams, right? If you're writing anything based on information inside of that handout, it can help you do that as well. If you have tests or quizzes or homework answers inside of the handout, it can help you solve them. It can also help you create flashcards, which is study bite size of concept to help you remember things from that material. Let not be like I'm just talking. Let me show you something. So first thing, I have two handouts I've uploaded. So for example, if you were to upload one, let's say this is your space, you just click this plus button, create a new folder, and you can name it anything. Let me say chem 101, whatever. Just create it. Then you need to add knowledge. You need to add knowledge. So then you look for your this thing, your handout, and upload it. So I don't really have any other one I can use here. Wait, let me see. Is there another one I can use here? Let me just use this one as an example. This COS handout, for example. You click on it. If you're using your phone or using your PC, just upload it, and it take like 2 to 3 minutes, and it will be uploaded, right? And just like that, you can begin to ask questions or interface with it based on that, right? So let me use this practice quiz for an example. So in your spare time, you can go test it out and play with other things available. So the resource I want to use is from knowledge. So this is the COS handout, and I want you to give me 30 questions from this handout. I don't only want to add anything. I want to see, you can put hard mode or easy mode, and it will generate quizzes for you. And the funny thing is, ChatGPT can also do this, but it's not as easy as this. In ChatGPT, you have to just upload it and start asking all the questions. But Atlas literally gives you like a user interface that is a lot easier to navigate. But first, let me not confuse you. Atlas basically, once you upload that material, excuse me, it begins to study it and it's going to ask you questions based on it. So literally, you can almost prepare for exams. Like, do you know how crazy this is? You can literally just put all your materials, and if for example, you want 100 questions, if you want 100 questions, right? It will still give you 100 questions. So if it studies the entire material, I want to ask you a question. Is there any possibility that if you do like 100, 200, 300, 400 questions, you will not have seen at least 90% of the questions your lecturer could set from that same material? Do you understand? It's crazy. Now, see, what is the primary function of the computer according to its design? Now you begin to answer your question. And it can even give you an explanation. Which component of a computer is responsible for executing instruction? That should be the yeah. Which of the following is not considered an input device? Printer. So like that, you just answer the questions, and guess what? You are ready for your test. You are ready for your exams. And that's not the only thing you can do. That's not the only thing you can do. As I said before, it can help you study with flashcards. But we don't really have too much time, right? So we're gonna, I believe you can go on and test this on your own, right? You can do that. So go to atlas.org and upload one of your course materials or your handouts and begin to study with it. Ask questions, get tests, get quizzes, and just study. And guess what? You're better ready for your exams with this. This is powerful. And don't forget what I told you about State Writer AI and GPT-0. Never submit directly AI generated content. Always humanize it first before you submit it. And let's go back to my slides. I've already talked about Atlas. Now let's talk about the monetization of artificial intelligence. As I said, I don't want to waste your time at all, but I want to see how long we've spent so far. We're just 34 minutes in. That is crazy. So we have enough time to talk about this. So now, I have a masterclass on YouTube called AI Money Wealth, where I talked about 5 places where AI wealth is hidden and how to dig it out. And here I'm going to talk about 3, right? I don't know if we're going to talk about 3, but I'm going to talk about 3. And I need you to listen very well, because this is what I do and it works for me. And it works for hundreds of thousands of smart people out there. They are literally teenagers who are doing 6 figures in dollars, even 7 figures, all with artificial intelligence, right? And you're going to learn 3 of the most, I mean, 3 of the easiest ways you as a student can start it today. Now, AI Money will 1. I'm going to reorder it. It's not exactly the same order that it was. Not the exact same order it was in my masterclass, but it's going to be the same thing. So AI Money will 1 will be content creation, but not content in the sense of videos and posting on TikTok or Instagram and all that, but kind of what we call useful content. For example, ebooks. Do you know that AI can literally write an entire ebook for you under 5 minutes? Yes, it can. And the kind of ebook I'm talking about is like maybe a 15-page one, 30-page one. But the idea is you need to find a problem, right? Find a problem and then use AI to brainstorm the solution, and then guess what? AI can help you create that solution. For example, let's say you attend this particular webinar and you just learned about how to use AI for academics. You just need to tell AI that, okay, yeah, today I learned XYZ about using AI for academics. Could you please write an ebook, a 15-paged ebook on this topic? And you can literally write that thing under 5 minutes. Let me just show you. Let's say I use it up. Where's my chat GPT? My chat GPT, it should be here. Atlas, yeah, here. Not this one. I don't want to use this. Yeah, that's the one. Great. So right. First of all, write the outline of the book. Outline the chapters of an ebook on mastering AI for academics. Then include more details. It's the entire book would be 25 pages max. So I want to just get that's the outline, Abby. Just the chapters, just the beginning, just the beginning. That's the thing. That's the other thing you should learn about using AI for work like this, right? You don't want to ask for everything once, because these tools are very powerful. There's a lot of power, right? And if you ask for everything once, you get errors. Do you understand? Great. Now you see AI has written chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 6, blah 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 blah. Now you go and start. Now write chapter 1 in its entirety. Can you see? Can you see? I don't see. I want you to imagine that I don't know anything about AI, and I just did this now. I literally have a book. Can you see how crazy this is? Can you see how crazy this is? It's writing. It's writing. It's writing. It's writing. It's writing. All I have to do is copy all of this and put it into my book. All you have to do is copy this and put it inside of your book. You can use Google Docs or Google, Microsoft Word, anyone you choose to use. It will work for you, and it's very crazy, basically. Now imagine I want chapter 2. And it begins to write chapter 2. You can also use this for a fictional book, like a story. For those who do Amazon KDP, they know that this is something you can do. You can literally ask AI to write your books for you. That's one thing, content creation, and that's AI Moneywell 1. Now, AI has gotten so crazy that it can literally generate music, although it's not really an income source. But for those who create videos or do video editing, and you need like sounds for your videos, you can literally use a website like Suno. Where's that stuff right now? You can literally use a website like Suno. Wait, let me use this guy. You can literally use a website like Suno to generate any sound you want, musical. If it's just ambient sound, just instrumentals, you need like background sounds for your music. Suno can do it. These are crazy tools in AI world. Crazy tools. So Suno can literally generate sounds, music, anyone or as far as you can describe it. Then even for your book, if you want images for your book, this same chat GPT that we're using here. So I didn't open it. This same chat GPT that we're using can generate images. For example, say I wanted to do something like generate an image pertaining to global warming. Also, remember that prompt thing I told you, you have to use it here too, but I don't want to waste time, right? So, and it literally generates the image for you. And all you have to do was say words. Now, if you're a graphic designer, tell me how many years will it take you to design this thing? You can't. But AI has done it under how many minutes? Seconds, basically. Right? So that's AI Moneywell 1. And the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are what? Endless. So whether you want to write a book, you want to write a poem, you want to write songs, you want to write anything at all, AI can do it. Now, AI Moneywell 2 is what I call freelance work. And this is something that students should jump on as crazily as possible. So you have an assignment that nobody knows an answer to, right? You can literally use AI to get it done, and people will pay you for it. Number two, you're a 100 level student, 200 level student, doesn't matter. Mix with your 400 level students and do their projects for them. Mix with your 400 level students, 500 level students. They're having issues doing their projects. You can do it for them. Do you understand? And all with artificial intelligence. And now let me tell you about something very crazy. There's a company called Livingston Research. Let me show you that company. Company called Livingston Research. What Livingston Research does is they take they take assignments and academic jobs from students from Canada, United States, all around. And what they do is they need freelancers that will do all these jobs and then they pay them in dollars, right? So they've been in business since 2009 and 2011, right? 13 years in the market. They have over, that's basically what they do, right? And what funny thing here is you can literally get access to this platform and you use AI to get these jobs done and they will pay you. But the problem here is you need to pass their tests. So they have first test, second test, third test before you can get access to their platform. And I'll talk a little bit more on this later. Just have this in your head. So let me just quickly talk about AI Money Wealth theory. So AI Money Wealth theory is something that I think only smart people will be interested in. It has to do with creating software. But let me skip that. So just keep these two things in your head. AI Money Wealth 1. You can literally create solutions to problems. Ebooks, even if it's a script for a video, AI can do all that for you. And all you have to do is use the prompt engineering thing I taught you earlier to get what you're looking for. AI Moneywell 2, freelance work. Someone needs projects, come here, drop your prompt, it will do it for you. Okay, so I stopped at Livingston Research, right? And just to recap, the two ways I'm talking about how to make money with artificial intelligence. Number one, I said content creation. And when I say content creation, I mean that you can literally use AI to write books. You can use it to write scripts for your videos if you're doing content creation, like actually making of videos online, right? And for me, one of the best ways to apply this is to actually to write books. It's one of the easiest things you as a student you can do, right? Just find a little problem online. For example, if everybody's interested in tap swap or airdrops, you just go and do some research about the space and then write a book. How to understanding cryptocurrencies and how to make money with airdrops, and you don't need to have the knowledge in your head. Literally just use AI to write the entire book and begin to publicize it, and you sell and you make your money. Then the one that I actually want you to begin to do is what I call freelancing, right? Where you take jobs. It doesn't have to be from your school alone. You can even, when people say that you're good, you can begin to even stretch far and wide to other schools if they have projects and they need them done based on your skill level. Because when you start it, you'll not be so good, but as you continue to do it, you get better. Using artificial intelligence to do project assignments, works, anything at all, just begin to take these jobs and you'll be able to. Do you know how easy it is to hit six figures in 1 month? Like 100,000 naira is literally just 10 people paying you 10,000 naira or 20 people paying you 5,000 naira. That is not hard at all. And the third, which is very powerful, and that one usually gets you to hundreds of dollars very easily, is Livingston research. And I'll talk a little bit more on that later. Time does not really permit me to go as deep as I want to, and I don't want to waste your time at all. We try to hit 60 minutes, let's stick with that. So the truth is, time does not really permit us to cover everything, but I have a course that will really help you, that you can actually study in your own time and at your own pace. Do you understand? So AI knowledge doesn't end here at all. I know you've gotten a lot of value off of this session and you've learned a lot, but there's so much more to know. And as much as I would have loved to share everything here, I can't because of time. So Deutschmark Academy has put together something called the Explode Your AI Knowledge Super Bundle, right? It's a course and it's designed to help you master artificial intelligence in just 5 days. But not just that, after completing this course, you'll know more about AI than 90% of the world or 90% of people on planet Earth, guaranteed. Do you understand? So it literally will take you from wherever you are on your knowledge about AI to master in 5 days if you study it in its entirety. And guess what happens when you have that knowledge? You'll be able to spot opportunities that people others can't. All the mundane work that stresses you out, you'll be able to. Don't worry, let's proceed. You see all these benefits. So, introducing the Explode Your AI Knowledge Super Bundle. If you get it, it will help you master AI in 5 days, and you'll know more about AI than 90% of the world, guaranteed. Yes, you'll be able to get 10 times more work done in 10 times less time. Just imagine how much free time you have in your hands when you have access to knowledge that will help you use AI tools to the fullest. Work that used to stress you before is not going to stress you anymore. You'll be able to save 40 plus hours per week on repetitive and mundane tasks, and then you'll be able to position yourself to spot opportunities in the AI space faster than others. Also, you'll be able to free up time to do things that you love, and you'll also be able to transfer all the stress related health issues to AI. Basically, like you getting a free employee to do all your work for you, all your assignments for you, everything. But also be like getting a free professor or a teacher that never gets tired of explaining things to you till you understand them. Then finally, to help you get rid of all headaches involved with indecision of what AI trend to follow, because there are so many AI tools out there. People don't have confused on which one to use. If you get this bundle, you have a clear direction of what you want to do and where you want to go. So now, if you don't do it actually and you don't take the course, it may take you months or years to fully understand artificial intelligence, right? And you get left behind by 90% of the world. To take you hours to complete assignments and tasks that could have been done in minutes, and you have zero time to do the things you love, right? You stress-related health issues will mount up behind the scenes, and you won't even know till one day you're knocked down, and you cannot afford to pay a real employee to delegate all your work to, right? And you will struggle with complex topics if you're still in school that AI could have explained for you. I literally have no fears when I'm studying certain things, because I know when I go and sit down with my chat GPT, it's going to explain everything from top to bottom. Literally, no fear at all. Do you understand? So now, what does this bundle contain? Before I do that, let me check if we're still recording, just so we don't. Okay.
And here's what it contains. So the first thing in the Explode Your AI Knowledge Super Bundle is the Explode Your AI Knowledge ebook, written by yours truly. This particular ebook took me 12 months of thorough research and testing to write. It will help you know more about AI and how to monetize it than 90% of the world guaranteed. And second thing that you find inside this course is to learn anything with AI. It's actually a recorded session, I think about 6 videos, where I teach in detail how you can learn almost anything in the shortest possible time using AI. Now I went into deeper detail than I could here as to how to create curriculums or how to simplify complex subjects, and I use real world examples like economics, biology, coding, and more. It's very ideal for students and professionals. Then number three, this should bring me back to Livingston research I talked about earlier, is academic writing with AI, one of my first and most successful courses, right? To teach you how to use AI to pass the tests of foreign academic writing companies. And once you pass, you get access to orders from students abroad, like assignment and schoolwork, right? That you can complete with AI and then get paid in dollars for your work. Let me show you an example of what it looks like when you gain access to um Livingston research. So this is one of their test questions, right? It's usually not that difficult, but this is for test 3. You have to pass test 1, test 2, which are object questions. Okay, these are some, you can code on. Let me show you something. Okay, so when you get access to a company like Livingston Research, you see something like this. Like, you see statistics, criminology, English, data analytics, blah, blah, blah. You see work of different subjects. Some of them will be essays, some of them will be projects, some of them will be problems, and you can see the dollar amount attached, and that's what you earn when you complete each one. And if you whatever you complete, it gets credited to your account like that, like that. So if you can do 10 of the $6 kind of $6 work, you have $60 just like that, and there's no limit to what you can literally do in a month. You can do 300, 400. Once you gain access, the limits are literally there are literally no limits. Do you understand? So great. So it's one of our payment proofs. Someone received 867 from Livingston Research, and this particular student did about $78 in 4 days a while back, right? And Livingston Research, one of our students, after using our system, got access to Livingston Research within 2 days. That's what people take. I can assure you, if you do not actually take someone's program, you don't have to take mine. It's not a problem at all. If you actually take someone's program to learn how to get access to Livingston Research or other companies, you never pass on your own. It's very difficult. Nobody has done it yet without any form of information from us. So another one. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Let me go back. Yeah, and there's more like that as well. Okay, this is not so clear, but you get the idea already. And also, another very important thing is you don't necessarily have to do all the hard work, right? You can actually sell your Livingston Research account because it's actually an account that makes money. And 50,000 is the least you ever see in an AR account. It goes for 150,000 naira now, safe. Do you understand? Do you understand? Alright, we have people do $1,080 from Livingston Research. So it's something that you should really try if you're a student because you're in the academic space. You should not be scared to put your brain to work. And then we have another student that did $758. This was one took $414 out of it. And I see another student did $430 from Livingston Research. And it's just been very crazy. There's a whole lot more, but time is not on our side. So that's the third thing you find in the Explore Your Knowledge Super Bundle, right? And then number 4, what you find is the ChatGPT Masterclass for beginners. You learn how to use ChatGPT to save time and make money. So you learn to create content, get better at SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. Is a way to write content on either your posts or your web pages to make sure that it ranks higher on Google, as if you're into anything like that, or blogging and all that. You'll be able to come up with business ideas and get ready for interviews as if you're there. Plus, you find out how to make money with ChatGPT. I said that already. You do freelance work and grow a YouTube channel. It's packed. And then number five thing you learn is in this bundle is the AI art and animation masterclass. So I was showing you some AI images just now. Something like this. People don't know that you can use AI to create art, but you can actually use AI to create art, and very crazy art that you'll not be able to draw yourself. You can put this in a scrapbook, you can put them inside a book you're writing, you can use to create diagrams, right? There's literally no limit as to what you can do with AI art generator. And Lexica is one thing you can use, but we have some other crazier tools that will show you how to use. And it's all with prompts. All these were AI generated. And let me see if there's more here. See? There's more like this. You learn how to do this, and even AI generated videos as well. Great. So that's not all, and you also learn how to create no code websites. Do you know what I'm saying? You learn how to create websites with no code AI tools. For example, the websites you pass through to register for this masterclass, that website was made with zero coding, zero, and that's where the world is going. As I said before, these people are trying to create AI tools that help you get things done with your NLP, with your natural language, right? So they're trying to infuse NLP, natural language processing, to everything, and includes even creating websites, creating software. And number six thing you get inside of this course is how to create websites using no code AI tools. And we'll talk about things like Wix, Hostinger, GetResponse, Jimdo, Unbounce, Hocus, 10 Web Mixu, and more. But that's not all you get from the Explode Your AI Knowledge Super Bond. There's still some bonuses I'm going to give you. Bonuses like number one, my full AI toolbox. It contains 800 plus business prompts, 500 plus AI tools, and a complete Midjourney guide. Midjourney is actually number one when it comes to AI art generation, and you'll be learning how to literally generate the best art as possible with artificial intelligence. And this contains a guide with basic and advanced commands and image generation techniques, perfect for lead generation, SEO, social media, content, and email marketing, as if you're in that niche. Number two bonus you'll be getting absolutely free of charge if you get the entire bundle. It's the AI video, movie trailer, and animation generation. You literally learn how to create stunning videos, movies, and animations with AI. Number three bonus you'll be getting is where to get hidden AI updates and hear about tools before they reach social media. You know, it's always an advantage to hear of things in advance. And the third bonus you'll be getting here is something like that. Then number four, if I said I was going to give this as a gift to three people, here if you get this bundle you always have it month in month out. Yeah, how to get GPT-4, Claude 3 Pro, and Gemini Advanced, are the three most advanced AI chatbots, and together all three of them cost 102,000 naira. And that's not once, that's not a one time payment. They cost 102,000 naira per month, because each of them costs $20 to subscribe every month, and $20 times 3 is $60. $60 is around 102,000 naira right now every single month. That is the cost that you pay if you were to get them on your own. But we'll show you how you can get them at 90% off when you're paying less than 7,000 naira per month instead of 102,000 if you're actually getting this bundle. And the fifth bonus you'll be getting from us absolutely free of charge if you're getting the entire thing is machine learning full course. I didn't mention it during the actual training, but I think I did, but that AI tools learn via machine learning, right? So this particular course, or this particular bonus would show you how to teach computers to learn from data, recognize patterns, and make predictions on their own. Do you understand? So this course introduces you to the basics of AI, showing you how popular AI tools are created and used to solve real world problems. With hands-on practice, you gain valuable skills to boost your career in tech, finance, healthcare, and more if you are there. But I tell you, it's essential for everybody. Now, total value of everything you're getting, the total value of everything you're getting, if you were to get them raw, let me say on their own, without going through the Explode Your AI Knowledge Super Bundle, here's what it will cost you if you were to get everything on your own. So, for example, the ebook is on its own, it's worth 35,000 naira. Learning anything with AI on its own as a course is worth 45,000 naira. Number three, academic writing with AI is actually 100,000 naira. And ChatGPT Masterclass for beginners, ChatGPT and your first online income, ChatGPT for YouTube combined is 65,000 naira. And then number five is how to build websites with no code AI tools. That one on its own is worth 165,000 naira. And total of everything, the main is 410,000 naira. That's if you were to get it on your own. And then here are the bonuses you are getting absolutely free of charge if you get the full bundle. First of all, AI toolbox is 30,000 naira, and AI video, movie, trailer, and animation generation is 15,000 naira on its own. We have to get hidden AI updates and hear about it for the social media is 10,000 naira. And how to get GPT-4, Claude 3 Pro, and Gemini Advanced on its own, I already told you, is worth 102,000. And then the machine learning full course is 65,000 naira. Then I'll sprinkle in two mystery bonuses that you find out only if you get everything, and that one on its own is worth 15,000 naira. So the entire bonuses you'll be getting absolutely free of charge if you get the Explore Your AI Knowledge Super Bundle is worth 237,000 naira. So in total, the value of everything I'm going to be giving you is 647,000, and in dollars that's $380. But if we were to put a fair price on this, let's say we're going to charge you like 15,250 naira as a fair price, right? Because applying all the things in this bundle will make you at least 10 times in a short time. That's at least 150,000 naira if you apply everything in this course. But for students or parents of students, and I'm going to do a very crazy offer for the first 25 people only. For the first 25 people only, you will get to try it for a one-time payment of just 5,499 naira, or if you want to call it 5,500, your choice. And that's around $3 to 23 cents if you're outside of Nigeria. But this is valid for 7 days only, and only for the first 25 people. And after this period, the price goes back to 15,250. No begging, no extensions, no excuses. If you have to save 5 in 7 days, you have to save less than 1,000 naira every day. That should not be a problem for you, and this is something that will change your life if you actually study everything inside. And here's our guarantee: if for any reason after going through this entire course you feel like you didn't get value for your money, we'll refund every penny, and we'll also give you an extra 15 gigabytes of data to apologize for wasting your time. I have to be very confident and very sure about what I'm giving you for me to make a guarantee like this. Do you understand? And I want to just show you some things that other students have said about me. For example, Mrs. Sarah Balogun from Kaduna said that before taking my program, she was like every other average Nigerian, skeptical about artificial intelligence and the power it has. But after the course, she can probably see that there's almost nothing she can't do with AI. Not just AI, the course has opened her eyes to a lot of things such as digital marketing, copywriting, content writing, to mention a few. And in few words, she's saying that you should grab this course, don't let it pass you by, and your digital life will never remain the same. Ayomande Olamide Adedayo from Ekiti says that before the program, she didn't know AI can be used in so many ways, but she has learnt the use of prompt, and AI has helped both in her academics and business. She says she used AI to write her research project and it was stress free. Thank you so much for this program. And then there's Emmanuel from Enugu who says that, well, he doesn't have too much to say, but his lifestyle took a big leap all thanks to the program. I knew very well, he said he knew very little about AIs, but when he joined, he understood the power of AI. Right now, he can create websites with AI and get paid for it. He's so grateful for the opportunity. And then there's David Aniki Lagos who says that before he got the course, he was financially unstable and had limited knowledge of the use of AI. But after he got the course, opportunities to make money in several ways sprung up, and was able to make his first earnings from AI writing, to be specific. That's Livingston Research there. And I advise everyone to get the course at such a massively cheap price because it is a life changer. And then there's Faridat Abdul Razak who says that, well, it impacted a lot in her life. The knowledge she got from it about AI she wasn't taught in school, and she studied computer science, and that's crazy. But it was here that she got to differentiate between machine learning and deep learning. That's what DL means. And also the types of machine learning was well understood after joining the group. See, she can't say all, but she's forever grateful to Debaoni for bringing this out for her advantage. And also to Elif Child for sharing. Okay, it was Elif Child that actually publicized the course at the time. And then there's Idika Iliada, who says that Deba is so good at a parking value. Even if the course was sold at 50,000 naira, it's still cheap compared to what it has to offer. And the best is that there are many ways to monetize it. So as I said, I don't want to waste your time at all. That being said, if you want to get the bundle, you have to make your transfer of 54992 to the account number on your screen right now, and that is 1-846-114-676 Access Bank. Sorry, my favor only. And I don't know if you joined via my group, but just in case you didn't, you want to send your receipt to the admin of your group. If I'm the admin of your group, send it to me, and if someone else is the admin of your group, send it to that person. But remember, total value of everything you're getting is over 600,000 naira. But a fair price, since our students here, will be 15,250. But for 25% only and for 7 days only, you get it for 5,499. So waste no time and grab this offer immediately. If you want to get it, this account number is on your screen, 1-846-114-676. And I'll show you, these spots can get exhausted this night, so you do not want to miss out. You can make your transfer immediately, and let me give you 10 minutes to do that. We'll be here. Drop some final thoughts. Final thought is, I tried my best to cover as much as possible as I could in 1 hour, but the truth is I couldn't cover everything. And if you really want to extend your knowledge about artificial intelligence, you want to have an unfair advantage, what everybody else has access to, then you want to consider getting this, because there's some things you never find anywhere except you get it through a program like this. And I'll show you that we've poured ourselves into it. Also, remember your guarantee. If for any reason at all you go through the entire thing and you feel like your money wasn't worth it, or you didn't get value for your money, no problem at all. Just send us a message and you get 100% refund, plus we'll also give you 15 gigabytes of data to apologize for wasting your time, just to like help you cover up maybe for the amount of data you spend studying it. So thank you very much for joining us in this wonderful session. I believe you've gained a lot, and let me see if I can just recap some things, just so at least if you do not get the full program, let's hope you didn't miss that one at all. Right, so remember, AI Money Well 1, content creation. You can literally create valuable things like ebooks, even I think I was showing you guys about AI music generation one time, that you can literally use artificial intelligence to create sound if you like do videos and all that. I was talking about Suno. Let me see if I still have that tab open somewhere. To see have Oh, I don't have it open anymore. Okay, wait, hold on. I don't have it open anymore, but no problem. Let me just go to Suno. Let me see how fast I can do this. Excuse me. So basically, Suno is an AI music generator, and I'll need to sign in and all that, but that's why I don't want to use this account. Let me use this guy. Great. Let me use this guy. Suno. Already passed that. I think we're done already. You can actually, but if you want to learn this, you can just stay with us. So we need to sign up. So literally, what we're saying here is you can literally create any kind of music, any kind at all. Do you understand? Any kind of music at all, and you can just type in the words. And if you're someone looking for, let me see, you can type anything at all, like rock, a rock music about Sakba and John in the village. I'm telling you, literally anything, whether it's Afrobeat you want to use, or whether it's gospel or anything at all. If you can describe it, Suno can create it. But I'm not going to show you the results here. I want you to go and take it as an assignment. Go to suno.com, create an account, and then just use your language to describe any song, any sound, even if it's just instrumentals, and generate it and see what Suno will give you. And that should be enough for this session. So I really appreciate you guys for joining in and tuning in. I believe you've gained a lot here. As I was saying, I wanted to just recap quickly. Okay, great. So AI Money Well 1 was content creation. It's one of the easiest things you can use AI to do that will generate income for you. And number 2 was freelancing. That brought me to Livingston Research and Academic Writing and all that. AI Money Well 3, if you have a business, understand that just as AI can be a professor standing beside you, it can also be a business analyst standing beside you. Whatever problem you're going through in your business, use my prompt template that I taught you to describe your problems in detail. For example, this role plus scenario, you can say you are a business consultant and I am struggling with XYZ in my business. How do I solve it? If it's a sales problem, if it's a marketing problem, if it's a copywriting problem, anything at all, just use this prompt template and give the issue to artificial intelligence, either ChatGPT or anyone you want to use, and it will literally give you solutions to it. And I'm not joking at all. And I also talked about this full, do not forget this perfect prompt template. Context plus specific information plus intent plus response format equals to the perfect prompt. And if you remember all this, there's literally nothing you can't do in the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You will literally be unstoppable. There's no work you can complete. There's nothing you won't be able to learn. There's no topic you can break down. You'll be so you literally take your productivity like literally 100 times. You'll be so shocked. Just put all of this into practice, and I really hope you do get the super bundle because it will really help you. And remember, the total value of everything you're getting is 600 and something thousand. The main part is 410, and you get absolutely free of charge. The bonus is worth 237,000, all for 5,499 if you're among the first 25% and you get it within the next 7 days. So thanks for joining in, and I'll see you in future sessions because this is not the end. AI is very fast and it keeps moving, and whatever updates they make, I'm going to be here breaking it down and bringing it to your availability. So thanks very much for joining again. God bless you. See you in a future session. I know that you'll put all of this to work. Thanks for joining in once again. Goodbye.